everyone, my name is this Comic Maker, and today we're going to be making characters completely made by RNG. But as Comic Maker, what is RNG? Well, that's a fantastic question, Banana Man. RNG, or Random Number Generator, is nowadays mostly talked about in gaming, and it's essentially an algorithm that determines things like your chance of landing critical hits or rolling a specific number. It's all luck-based, and oftentimes you'll find people praying to RNGs in games. Get it? The G in RNG sounds like the start of Jesus, so they pray for luck, and well, you get the idea. So we shall pray to RNGesus to bless us with characters, and we are going to let RNG decide everything. I'm talking how many characters we're drawing, what their names are, what they look like, what they're gonna wear, and the color palette for their outfits. I also originally had it determine the activity that the characters will do together after I finished designing them, but I spent so much time creating them that I just ran out of time in general. So I just want you to imagine the characters laughing together in a kitchen because their activity was going to be to invent a new pizza flavor, but I ran out of time, so I used the website randomgenerator.org.uk to make all of my characters, and like I said originally, I was going to put them all together in a scenario, and thus I needed to figure out how many characters I was going to make. So I started with just using their standard random number generator. I didn't want to go full hard mode and go above 6 because of time, so I inputted that as my max and ended up with 4 characters. Now that I had the number, it was time to generate the names of my characters. Unfortunately, the website only let me pick either all male or all female names, which kinda stinks because I wanted it to be varied, but when I went and did it, some of the names were pretty gender neutral, so I decided to make Ronnie and Jay male names while leaving India and Anastasia female, but of course they can identify however they feel, so I didn't think too deeply about this. Next, it was time to take the names and plug them into the character generator, which tells you things like their major in school, religion, political views, ancestor origins, sexualities, etc. But the biggest reason I use this is to determine their hair, skin, and eye color. I did cheat a little bit for this one because for some reason the first entry I got wanted to give Ronnie a tattoo of the former president on his back, and I did not want to go there. But as I draw each character, I'll read their descriptions. Lastly, I chose to limit my color palette by giving each character 3 colors for their outfits. Then I found a website called youlookfab.com, which randomly generated their outfits. This was awesome because it took the pressure off of having to decide their outfits myself or searching the internet forever for clothing reference. Although I'm sure if you had a specific personality or style idea for a character that you might want to search for clothes yourself. But if you have no idea where to start, I really recommend this website. But without further ado, let's get into the characters I drew. First off was Anastasia. Anastasia Fox is a 20-year-old health center receptionist who seems to have gone through some trauma. Her father, Stephen Fox, died from influenza, but Anna is convinced that her father was murdered. She is Eritrean and defines herself as straight. She finished school and then left academia. Physically, Anastasia is plus-sized and is short with walnut skin, gray hair, and brown eyes. She grew up in a working-class neighborhood, having never really known her parents. She was raised in a series of foster homes, which sounds a little weird if it was her father that just died, but who knows, I guess it could have been a foster father or that her father died when Anna was young, but anyway. She is currently single. Her most recent romance was with an artist called Johnny Layton Nichols, who was the same age as her. They broke up because Johnny wanted somebody more badass. Ouch, what a terrible reason. Anastasia's best friend is also a health center receptionist, so I can only assume that they're at the same job, called Leigh Lloyd. They are inseparable. She also hangs out with Nicole Banks and Evie Coates, whoever the heck those people are. And they enjoy donating blood together. Well, isn't that just super interesting? A lot of the backstories for these characters tend to repeat the same kind of tropes, and I ended up having to generate a different story for Jay later on too, because I didn't want to have 2 characters with someone that they knew being murdered. I do enjoy how sometimes the generator goes completely random, like just loving to donate blood with your besties or having a presidential tattoo. So I took this information and the clothes that were generated for her and came up with this design. Besides the colors, most of the time the generator doesn't have a hairstyle for them, so I made up stuff for that myself. Also, the clothes that were generated for each character obviously don't match the color palette I ended up with for each of them, so I essentially just drew the outfit based on what I was given, then used the colors I got generated and used those clothes on the outfit instead. And there's Anna. I think she was super cute. Although the gray hair did make 20-year-old Anna appear a little older, so I tried to add a little purple to indicate that her hair was dyed, but either way, I think that she came out alright. Next up is India. India Rowland is a 21-year-old gym assistant who enjoys podcasting, social media, and baking. She is brave and caring, but can also be very boring and a bit impatient, which honestly doesn't feel like it matches at all, but whatever. She is American who defines herself as gay, and she started studying sports science at college but never finished the course. Physically, India is in good shape. She's tall with olive skin, black hair, and black eyes. She grew up in a working class neighborhood and her parents separated when she was small, but her parents remained friends and provided a happy, stable home. She's currently single. Her most recent romance was with a college student named Robin Inez Watkins, who was the same age as her. They broke up because Robin felt smothered by India's generosity. Another ouch on that one, jeez. India's best friend is a gym assistant called Dante Ellis. I'm seeing a pattern here. They are also apparently inseparable. She also hangs out with Liberty Steffens and Luther Vincent. They enjoyed listening to the radio together. Aw, well, at least it's less boring than donating blood. India was a lot of fun to draw. Since they mentioned that she was tall and in good shape, I decided to make her features a little bit more lanky. And I was originally going to completely fill her hair in with black ink for my pen, which I think would have looked better than the gray that I ended up using, but it would look too different from the other characters, and I would lose some of the line work detail that I put in her hair. I also thought that her outfit was really fun with this baggy, loose sweater with the jacket over it. The shoes were also very interesting as well. If I had a choice with the colors for her outfit, I might have tone the yellow down a bit, but overall I think that her design was alright, and I think you get more of a sense of her personality in these drawings. Let's hop into the next one with Jay. Jay Marquez is a 20-year-old tea maker who enjoys social media. Tiddlywinks. Whoa, wait a second, what the heck is a tiddlywinks? Tiddlywinks is a game played on a flat mat with sets of small discs called winks, a pot which is the target, and a collection of squitters which are also discs, and anyway, he's also apparently like spreading fake news on Facebook. He is friendly and reliable, but based on the Facebook stuff, I don't know about that. He can also be very cowardly and a bit grumpy. He's British and defines himself as straight. He finished school and then left academia. Physically, Jay's in good shape. He is average height with chocolate skin, brown hair, and green eyes. He grew up in an upper-class neighborhood. After his father died when he was young, he was raised by his mother. He's currently single. His most recent romance was with a student called Alfie Kaylin Finlay, who was the same age as him. They broke up because Alfie was bored. Dang, all these are so harsh! But don't worry, he's got tiddlywinks. Jay's best friend is another tea maker named Leon Sheldon. They must also work with Jay, I assume. And they are, of course, also inseparable. He also hangs out with Jerry Garland and Destiny Horton. They enjoy sailing together. Aw, how fun. Since Jay seemed to be a fun guy, I tried reflecting that in his design by using the bright colors in his color palette on the parts of the clothing that would stand out like his jacket. I also had a lot of fun drawing his expression on the top left and drew him taking a selfie on the right since he uses social media a lot. I wasn't sure at first how I wanted to do his hair since I just didn't want to color all of it brown, so I thought it would be fun to color the twist gold and brown then fade it into the dark brown, which was almost black. Then I was a little worried since I chose a really dark brown color for the skin that the line art would be hard to see, but I think it turned out really well and it was fun to color him in. I think Jay is a character that I will definitely use in other projects in the future. Now on to the last one, Ronnie. Ronnie Bradford is a 19-year-old PPE student who enjoys swimming, playing card games, and baking. He's giving and brave, but can also be standoffish and a bit sneaky. He is an Irish Buddhist, okay, and is currently at college studying philosophy, politics, and economics. He is obsessed with jazz. Hell yeah. Physically, Ronnie is slightly overweight, but otherwise in good shape. He is average height with light skin, purple hair, and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of a trombone on his upper back. Man, Ronnie really loves loves jazz. He grew up in a working class neighborhood and was raised by his mother solely since his father died. He's currently in a relationship with Fiona Brianna Wade. Fiona is 4 years older than him and works as an artist. Ronnie's best friend is a PPE student. I'm gonna guess that they're also inseparable. And then man, all these best friends are like in the same fields or in the same studies as them. Anyway, his friend's name is Bentley Clark. They are, here we go, of course inseparable, and he also hangs around with Eileen Cox and Brogan Bates. They enjoy walking together. Wow! Ronnie was a lot of fun to draw. I was trying to figure out his body type, which was a bit of a struggle at first, since he's supposed to be slightly overweight but also in good shape. At first I was trying to figure out what to compare his body to for reference, and Dad Bod ended up being the perfect type. He looks strong and sturdy, but has a little bit of a gut and chest. I also ended up going a little bit further with his expressions than the girls, like I did with Jay, and I like the way I drew him laughing a lot. Since his hair was purple, I also think that it ended up fitting really well with the plaid blue and pink overshirt that was part of his color scheme. I think it worked out quite nicely. Okay, now that they're all done, I want you guys to imagine all these characters being bestie pal buddy buds and making a big old friendship pizza together, because I had hours of footage after making these drawings and couldn't get myself to complete the image of them together, but I definitely successfully completely randomly generated 4 full characters, and I had such a blast doing this. In fact, it's been a while since I've sat down and made a fully traditional video, and my arm and hand was killing me afterwards. I'm a little bit rusty, so I think I need to get back into making some more traditional art. But if you liked this video, then I'll leave an iCard here for the time when I randomly generated myself a beautiful waifu. And if you would like to try this for yourself, I'll leave the links for all the websites I used in the description. In fact, go make a character right now and come back here and comment what kind of character you got. And if you do decide to make your own character and you end up drawing them, please share them with me using hashtag RNGScomic, or tag me on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll share as many of your drawings as I can in a future video. But then if you want to put a little bit more effort into your characters, which you totally should, then I would recommend checking out some of the courses over on Skillshare, who's this video's sponsor. If you don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with an incredible library of thousands and thousands of videos that range from painting, photography, creative writing, character design, graphic design, and much, much more. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning that there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. After I made my characters, I went perusing through their thousands of videos and found some really incredible ones about character design. In fact, I really recommend you check out Melissa Lee's Character Design Crash Course, Dynamic Design in 4 Steps. She goes over shape, silhouette, rhythm, and construction, and gives you some fun drawing exercises that you can try for yourself. With an annual subscription to Skillshare, you get a never-ending and ever-updating source of learning for less than $10 a month. In fact, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will get a free trial of their premium membership so you can explore your creativity. So try it out and see if you like it, and thank you again so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you so much to my amazing members, and to all of you for liking, commenting on, and sharing my videos. I appreciate you all stopping by, and I hope that we can draw together again soon. Bye, guys.